On the Mark. So how long have you guys been graphic designers?
I've been in graphic design for about 7 years now.
I've been doing graphic design for 10 years now.
Nice. So what kind of background do you have in graphic design? I'm sure you guys have your own specialties and whatnot.
Well, I started off with my internship right out of college at the casino. I've done lots of different styles. I've done newsprint, ad campaigns, web design, all that sort of stuff. So pretty much a full spectrum. That's one of the reasons I like graphic design so much.
Yeah, I started back in 2005, working with print and doing brochures and business cards and websites and video.
So we're discussing color on our blog, and what kind of, how does color work into your projects daily, or how do you incorporate color in individual pieces?
Well, that kind of depends on where the company's coming at asking for our help. If they want a brand new design, then we need to talk about a whole branding package and what their color scheme wants to be and what their target audience is going to be. Sometimes it's the seasonal, what the seasonal colors are. They're back to school, they're bright primary colors, to Christmas colors, to summer, spring colors, that sort of stuff. So it kind of depends on project to project. Starting a logo, you always start with black and white, and then from there you add the color.
What drew you to graphic design?
For me, I've always been visual and matching colors at a young age, like around 3. So from there, I just knew working with like art.
I've always loved doing art, drawing. I thought I wanted to be a Disney caricature drawer. I'm not the strongest, but I like to think that I have a sense of space, and through college I learned about typography and how important just typesetting can be, and the illustration and all the programs and all that, and how they integrate mixing media on the computer, not just by your hands, is something that I was always fascinated with. So that's how I kind of evolved into becoming a graphic designer.
Oh, you mentioned college as part of preparing you to be a graphic designer. What kind of courses or experience have you gained through that?
Well, at Central Washington, we had to do all the basic drawing classes, the fine art classes, painting, illustration, color theory, which was an amazing class. Typography, like I've already said, was all about type and how to set it in a grid formation so that people are drawn to it and read it and all that sort of stuff. So all the fine art classes, and then we got into the graphic design before we even got to learn any of the programs, to make sure that we had that base to grow on.
Yeah, mine was a similar experience to Keri. At college, where I went to upstate New York and Alfred University, and we started with foundations, where we all had to start with the traditional art, with figure sketchings, learning about the history of design, and then from there they had us try different classes to get a feel of what we liked. So we tried like paper, ceramics, and video, and then from there we went to our main focus for design. So then we started working on typography and images, color, how they all work together. And then from there we had like a senior project where we focused on our main design project. And then there we ventured to the real world to get more experience.
Nice. So you both have 4-year degrees?
Yes.
Yes.
So as you're working within the field of graphic design, do you often see color trends or any sort of like other visual trends that may be influenced by color? Just either annually or almost impressively?
I would say, once again, kind of depending on what kind of project you're working on, there's always the trends. Updating a logo, it's always good to update with what's the popular color. The turquoise was real popular back, probably 10 years ago. Now it's kind of died out. Now it's the green is the big color right now. So always kind of being aware of what it is, but not changing the company due to the change of the colors. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and things kind of changed to the technology. So like now we're more web-based and mobile. So like design types have changed for websites and how color is, so everything's more simplified and kind of artistic at the same time. like back in the 90s, everything was all like images everywhere and looked really bad at plaid colors on.
Drop shadows
Yeah.
on everything.
Everyone's trying out everything in Photoshop, and now everyone's kind of cut back, and
Yes.
you can tell the difference between a new designer and an experienced one, and what kind of tools they use and colors,
Mhm.
and the whole process of balancing everything out.
Is there anything else you'd like to add,
You know, I want to say that color is one of the important ways to market something. A lot of people will use a question in a headline, but as thinking that are going to be drawn to that question, when sometimes all it could do is change the color and make that headline pop much better, much clearer to all sorts of different people rather than just a question. For me, color, I love way too many colors to ever decide. So that's why when On the Mark decided to update their logo, they went with, we went with a bunch of different colors. So why decide when you can use them all?
There you go.
Yeah, color has a big influence on how someone looks. Like Keri said, something very simple has more big impact than something that's really busy. So like logos that are really simple, like if you look at McDonald's and companies like that, it's a very simple like text and one like two colors and that's it. And everybody will remember that logo. My favorite colors are about, say, blue and greens.
This concludes our videos on color. Stay tuned for more topics.